Okay, so I'm responding to this now. This is a question on YouTube, my YouTube channel. I think it was posted 5 days ago. So it says, I have a problem with my Peugeot 406 2.0 liter engine. Whenever the temperature reaches 90 degrees Celsius, the engine will not accelerate as before. Now, you didn't specify which engine model, because we have quite a number of 2.0 liter engine in 406. I mean, at least 3 of them. Yeah, okay, they are not quite, but at least 3. How many? No, I think they are more than 3. Maybe like 4 or 5. About two in D8, two different engine models, 2.0 in D8, I think, a little up to 2. Then in D9, 406, they're about 3. So you're looking at 5 models. So I don't know which one. SU10J4R, EW10J4, EW10D. So I don't know which one. So if it reaches 90 degrees Celsius, it will not accelerate as before. I don't know. These are the areas where you need to scan the vehicle. And it probably scanning may not also indicate the problem, especially if it's caused by a mechanical part of the vehicle, like the engine. Let's assume the head gasket is weak. It could cause that, yeah. Even the temperature comes up, yeah, the car will start, but the engine was supposed to overheat at some point. Or the gasket might be bad, may even cause overheating, but you will start misbehaving. You see, personally, I don't know the engine, so I don't know how. Since I don't know which system you are talking about the injection system now, so I don't know how to interpret it. So you can as well, because if it's D8, it's different. SU10J4R and the rest. Even on D9 that has that engine, the sensor CTS, coolant temperature sensor that controls the coolant temperature gauge on the instrument panel is different from the CTS that works with the engine ECU to know the temperature of coolant. So what if it's that one that is affecting the engine from working well when the temperature rises? Is it giving a wrong signal, or is it that it's not even connected at all? So the engine is now acting funny because there's no communication with the cooling system and the engine ECU. Or it could be, I don't know. I don't know the set of the wire. I don't know the system. So have the car proper. That's why I mentioned in the chat. I was saying the what's it called? That sometimes scan tool, it won't be enough to actually dictate what the problem is. It will help at least to rule things out. Then you may now go further to also use some other diagnostic tools or experience gathered over the years of working on these vehicles to now be able to say, okay, if it's not if the system, your scan tool can point out the problem, what of this, what of that, what of this component. So these are the ways to find diagnostic. So I can tell you exactly what the issue is here. Okay, so that is it from this one. I think I have another. Okay, so this one was posted on the Telegram, the line community on Telegram, and it reads: Is Peugeot 406 more rugged than Peugeot 307 with respect to the body, frame, chassis, engine, transmission, electrical components? Please, Ms. Iken, I need your noble contribution. See, I've done videos, articles on this. It's going back to them will be a waste of time trying to explain all these things. I'll try and just give summary the best I can. Some of the things you mentioned here, I don't know how to put it. Let me start here. I said with respect to body frame. Um, 406 terms of body is more rugged. Um, it doesn't mean 307 body is bad. I'm saying 406 generally is more rugged than the 307. So I think that's explain it better. 307 is also rugged when it you see it all depends on which aspect. Okay, body. Let me leave it at that. Body 406 will always win when it comes to that. In terms of body wise. Because when I'm talking about body, I'm talking about or even accessories attached on the body, not just the skeleton. No, talking about every other thing. So yeah, 406 holds better, in terms of yeah, it holds it better. Now you say chassis. Chassis is body. What else? It's all part of the body. Hmm. Not like 406 307. Do their chassis rust? Well, depending on where the vehicle was used. I know there are part of Europe that rust do affect under these vehicles. You know, but I know in Germany, most cars used in Germany do suffer rust under the vehicle. Some of these metals under the car they do rust. So I think it's not peculiar to any of these vehicles in terms of rust. Engine. Um, still say in terms of which one is more rugged. Come on, the engine in 207 is limited compared to that of 406 in terms of power. None of them is more durable. I won't say this one is more durable than the other, but when you're talking about, I don't know. How else do you want me to explain? The other thing I wish one is more rugged. Engine, because all you need is good proper maintenance. They will serve you well, irrespective of which one. 1.4, 1.6, 2.0, 2.2, 3.0. They all serve you the same way. Well, some have more power than the other, so they all use timing belt. So anyone that the belt cut will deal with you the same way the other will do. So that's the thing. So if you are looking for power, the one that has more power or that is more powerful in terms of the engine, there is 406 you go for. If you are looking for, I don't know, transmission. When it comes to transmission, the manual transmission in both cars are just indestructible. Do they fail? Yeah, once in a while, you hear cases of failure, but generally they are indestructible. Um, the automatic, so in other words, the automatic gearbox in 307 is the same in 406 with 2.0 liter engine. So I think that's how I'll put it. So like say again, the automatic gearbox in 307 is the same automatic gearbox in 406 with 2.0 liter engine. So it doesn't matter which engine that is in 307, as long as it's automatic gearbox, it's the same. I'm not saying identical, it's the same gearbox model. So whatever issue it will give you in 406 is what you do in 407, in 307. So if you are going for manual, of course, then there are no basis for comparison here because they are all last the same way. I'm not saying they are the same gearbox, so don't get me wrong. 2.0, 3.0, 2.2, they all have different gearboxes. 1.6, they are different in terms of power delivery. Their manual gearboxes are not the same, but in terms of durability, they are. Whether how rugged they are the same. So that's it. See, let me. How do I if I put it in a simpler words, I would say, 307 is just more of an utility city vehicle. You can use it for long journeys, do everything, but you won't say it's not the same with 406. 406 is a normal saloon car, even though it's older. So, if you're focusing on rigidity, another thing I would say is, see, if you're buying 307, don't buy it because they say it consumes less fuel. The fuel consumption is basically the same with 406, especially the ones with 2.0 liter engine in 406. They are basically the same with 307. 1.8, 2.0 liter engine in 406 consume almost the same with the 1.6 and 2.0 liter engines in 307. You know, 307 also have basically same weight with 406. So that is it. So 406, if you are looking at which one will serve you better, I don't know which purpose you need the car for. That's the thing. If you're talking about which is more rugged to travel with, do this, 406 will serve you better in that regard. 307 suspension is not called that complex, so it's not like it costs you a fortune to fix if there's a problem. The maintenance cost is almost as cheap as 406, you know. When you depends on which one is more rugged, 406 it is. 406 is just one of the best Peugeot cars Peugeot ever produced. I don't know how many times I will say that. It's like saying 504. It's just that they are produced in two different eras. Then one is softer because 406 is softer than 504. So it's basically the same in terms of, that people should just stop comparing 406 in terms of, okay, which one is more rugged. Stop doing that with 406. It's not, they are not the same. 406 is just an outstanding vehicle. So either you go ahead and own it, experience it, or you look for 307 is another like the next, well, it's just like smaller, rugged car. However, the electrics is more fragile than 406. So if you are the type that abuse car, if you go, 406 will give you some arms, will forgive you for a while before the issue will bombard you. But 307, right there, it start dealing with you immediately. That's the point. So 307 is newer, so more complex or complicated electricals. Complicated doesn't mean headache. It just like means handle with care, you know. There are 406, the later 406 even have a little bit complex electrical. Those ones produced from 2003 upward, even 2002, you know. Not necessarily more as complex as 307, but they share the same. But 307, so these are from 307 upward, you have to be very careful. Don't abuse the electrical. They don't like it. They won't tolerate it like 406 will do. So I think that would be the best way to do that. So I will encourage anybody that wants to own any of these cars, doesn't matter, you can go ahead and own. First, 307 is cheaper to buy. At least in Nigeria, I don't know about any other country. So we are talking about clean, non-abused ones. So 307 will be cheaper. 307 is not that small inside. You'll be surprised if inside the vehicle is bigger than what the car looks like from outside. So in terms of size, is to still be able to carry some load, and it's a good car. So I'll never talk down on it or look down on it. Serving its purpose, I like the car. I like it. Okay, that is it. Don't think I have any other. Okay, that's all.